This is pretty vile. I really think this comes down to a hard issue. Nothing says more about the depth of your conviction than what you do about it. Tragically, with the church in America, the poor and oppressed are barely a blip on their ministry radar. That's not to say at all that no church helps the poor. There are many that do who are never thanked or recognized, especially on social media. I would highly agree that the church needs to be a refuge for all kinds of marginalized people groups. The Bible depicts Jesus as hanging out and building up the lives of people who were considered the dregs of society. The American church as a whole is ill. It needs help. It needs to understand that being Christian does not mean having coffee and small talk on Sunday mornings. It means doing the hard stuff and being salt and light to a world that is really hurting for it. Many pastors define success by the size of their building, but it means nothing if lives and communities are not being changed. I do, however, have to point out that taxing these places is not going to be much help. Your taxes have the potential to go towards social services, but how much of it really does? You could give your entire income to the government, and it would still be their prerogative how much money is allocated to go to which cause. So what's the answer? I don't think there's a perfect one. I would like to say that we need to make churches more aware of the needs around them, but I don't exactly think they're blind to it. They just plain don't want to do it. I guess we could say the same about liberal politicians. How many are living fat while they keep wanting to tax the crap out of everyone else? I also heard a recent study that said conservative evangelicals give more to help the poor and to charity than liberal progressives. I just think it's funny churches talk about unity and coming together as a community, yet there are more churches than McDonald's. If there is such a sense of unity and coming together, why don't these churches come together instead of stay segregated?